Hi everyone, this is Nutritional Comprehensive Primary School, doing amazing job in doing farming using soilless media. These kids are very innovative, trying to produce mushroom, which is going to help their health and their environment, while their pockets are getting rich too. Please stay tuned as he's going to teach us how to do this within the smallest space that anyone can be able to have, to help you increase the health of your.
My name is Morgan Evansokwach. I'm from Kenya and I'm going to tell you how we make this mushroom section. This is mushroom and this is one of the essential food that our body requires. And for making this, it advises the people who are living in plots that you don't need soil to produce food. You don't need soil to produce food. You can use soilless mediums like burgers to produce food. And this is the most healthiest food that it is essential in our body parts. Like for example, this mushroom provides our body with selenium. Selenium repairs worn out cells and tissues. And it also prevents some cancer and heart diseases. Okay, the process of establishing this bag, one, you need to have burgers, you need to have molasses, you need to have bleach, and also you need to have a source of heat, and also these polythene bags. First of all, you have to soak these burgers into water, then you mix with the molasses. After that, you don't need to soak, so it's need to take these burgers, then you put it in an open area, then you mix water with the molasses, then you bleach. The function of molasses is that mushroom like sugar area, so they do well there. And the function of bleach or detergent is to kill bacteria. So as we all know, mushroom are the most cleanest food. That's why you see these mushrooms are different from the other local mushrooms that we extract from farms. This one is so white compared to the other ones. Yeah. So after sprinkling with that water with molasses with detergent, you put into these bags, then you close the bag. So after that, you put this into a container, then you close the container. Then you heat the container unto the maximum temperature that is required. The main essence of heating this container is that it kills every bacteria that has remained there. As you don't know that mushrooms are the cleanest, so they don't require any bacteria. If you find that you are establishing mushrooms and you get that this upper surface is black, know that your hygienic standards are poor. That's why you get that your mushroom is black. Yeah, and also this after you have established this and placing the shelves like this, you have also to spray regularly. You don't need to spray using other things. You only spray water. They only require moisture for proper growth and development. That's why you see the local mushrooms only grow during wet season, because they require that moisture. So when establishing here, you have to spray some water for it to broaden well. And also, as I said earlier, your hygienic standards must be very, very high when establishing this. When you want to spray, you must apply sanitizer on your hands before you start, and you should not touch them regularly, because your hands has germs, and when you touch them, it will infect them, and they won't grow well. And you have to spray regularly, because they require, the more you spray it, the more you harvest. And the more you harvest, the more you get good money, and the more you get good food. Yeah.
Where is the spray?
The spray is supposed to be somewhere around here.
And you do it right now.
Once, when you are watering this, you don't need to water it directly. You must have a spray in order to ensure that there is even distribution of water in these sites. When you spray in one area, it will dismantle the seeds that you have placed in here. As I said earlier, you insert the burgers in these polythene bags, then you heat. After you heat, you place the seeds in this plastic this polythene bag. And many of you might know how do you get the seeds from mushroom. One, there's a very educational technique that is known as tissue harvesting. Tissue harvesting is whereby you use pods or small grains to make the seeds. This is a long process that one of you might know in order to establish this, but some of the things that we plant here we are being helped by the people from outside. That's why, as I'm still explaining this, I want to take this opportunity to thank Professor Ruth Onyango, because she's able to give us and facilitate us with equipment that can help us create something like this. Because we cannot create the seeds by ourselves, we need some help. And the way we are watering our mushroom, you have to, I said earlier, you need to have a spray for even distribution of water. You spray, you turn the nozzle to the required size, like this. So when you spray, you only spread the surface of the burgers, and so they are ready for harvest. If it takes more than 3 days when you are not harvested, you see the mushroom decomposing. This is why, because they have a high rate of proteins, and as we all know, when protein is exposed to free air, it decomposes. So if it stays here for a long time, it also decomposes. Yeah. You only see how they broaden. And if you want to know that your hygienic standards are well and they are good, you see the covering. If you see it has a black thick layer, you know that your hygienic standards are poor. When you are maintaining this, you must have high rate of hygienic standards. Sanitize your hands, and if you lack sanitizer, just go to the local ash that you have, then mix with water, then dip your hands in the water, then you rinse. This one has a high rate of marketing. You can't lack market. Like for example, let's take an example like 50 grams. 50 grams of this, it's 100 shillings. And no one never complains. And it's sweet and nutritious to your body. Yeah. We have a dehydrator. This one, we don't dry our mushroom into direct sunlight. The reason why we use a dehydrator is to prevent loss of nutrients. Once this one is this one is very healthy, because when exposed to direct sunlight, the sunlight might evaporate some sap in it, which may result to lack of nutrients. That's why we cut it into strips, then we place it in the dehydrator so that it can dry. The dehydrator uses the sun to dry this, but not direct sunlight. Indirect sunlight, because this section covers direct sunlight from reaching the mushroom, so that the nutrients are just here. It hits this side, then there's high temperature here, and the moisture from this mushroom just evaporates using these tiny holes that are around here. Yeah. Yeah. And I want to say the people who are living in plots, please, agriculture can be done anywhere. Like this is not soil, this is burgers. And the alternative method of using burgers, you can use maize stalks or sawdust. Yeah. One, it provides, I said earlier, it provides selenium. Selenium prevents cell damage. And that means if you take this, your cells will just be strong and be mature. And two, it will prevent some cancers. And it's so healthy, it's more nutritious. And 50% of it is proteins. That means that your body will be healthy and strong. Yeah, and some the benefits are here. There is a source of vitamin D, and it stimulates a healthier gut and support a healthy immune system. That means that it is very rare for you to be sick, because it supports your immune system. Yeah.
And thanks so much, the Buchenya community and everyone watching, for taking your time to educate everyone on what they need to do mushroom farming. Thank you.